Smooth it out. My favorite book said, I gotta be careful when I give to the needy, that I don't do it publicly so other people can see me being greedy for attention. It's not my intention, better not let my left know when my right is ascending, when righteously given to other people that need it. I do it in secret, so only my Father can see it. Cause see, it's kind of hard when you need a reward, but Psalm 139, God, you know my heart. Hello again. Good day. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Namaste. Here's to sending everybody positive vibes, dope vibes, healthy vibes, healing vibes. Whatever's been going on throughout the week thus far that has brought you here, whether it's been to your liking or not, you have made it through. So, thank you to those of you all who are returning back to a Midwest mindset, and welcome to you if you are a new viewer. Feel free to like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that in the event I drop more content, you can be alerted and come back through and check out what's new. I'm going to jump right into this brief episode, something that I don't have anything, any notes or anything like that, but I'm going to talk about dealing with healing. And one of the things that inspired me to just drop a little content on dealing with healing is not only have we all had to at some point deal with physical, mental, spiritual, financial, sure I missed one, healing in some way, but everyone has their own way of going about overcoming, getting over, moving forward from a disheartening, disappointing, even a devastating situation. And so, you know what, let's look and see. So what I began saying was that I heard someone say that they were done with healing. It was the whole notion or perspective on, going within yourself and finding the version of you that perhaps the hurt or pain is attempting to bring out. Let's say if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, right? And ultimately, I believe that serves to be true. And if you clicked on this video, you may be dealing with healing in some way, shape, form, or fashion. We have just gone throughout a year where a lot of you all may have been awakening to unforeseen truths, such as treatment or mistreatment that perhaps has gone unaddressed or undealt with, whether willingly or unwillingly. Doing your part in finding the portions of yourself that may have even helped to create an atmosphere that may have involved others that were against you. And so that would put anyone in a position of having become aware of a wound and doing what they can in their human frame to first, of course, clean it up and bandage it and hope for the best in the lane of love for oneself, because that's where healing really starts and ends. It means that one wants the best version of themselves to be alive and well and dwelling on earth, with dark and light, because we can't escape either one of them. Healing, however, happens to be what leads to that version that we're looking for a lot of times. And unfortunately, healing comes after the hurt. But for those who may be at a place of wondering what healing looks like for them, there may be a lack of information, and oftentimes that can bring about hardship or an unnecessary hardship when it comes to trying to get something done and then feeling like one is either slowed down from getting there, stagnated as in stuck. Maybe others are continuing to do certain things that may seemingly be keeping one in that place, or even stopping one, Lord forbid, from getting to the next level or from reaching that next version that one wants to. But you clicked on this video. Again, you may be in the heart space, head space of just having everything having been piled on, or sifting through the things that may have been identified as in the way, and so I just want to be able to drop some information to clarify what healing perhaps could look like for the person who's wondering, okay, this happened to me, that person said this, or I tried to do this and then this occurred, and now I'm in a place where I'm unsure of which way to go or how to do it because I'm feeling away. And so healing, by definition, is the process of making or becoming sound. Let me sit back down for this. All right. So healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. All right. So it means that in whatever mind state you find yourself in, the first thing to think about is whatever mind state we find ourselves in that's unwanted or that's we feel is a result of ill treatment, evil, unrighteousness, and that doesn't even have to do with anything religious. It's just, it comes from intention, or even something we've done for ourselves, done to ourselves by our own thinking, our own actions. First thing to think about is there was a current state, there was a state of mind and a heart space that we came into the world in. How do we know that? That differentiates how we're feeling now, which means that there's always a state we can get back to. That's one thing to always go into that next situation where maybe disappointed, like I said, devastated, disoriented about something. Keep in mind that there was a clear stated or a clear state of mind, a sound place, a healthy place that you were in prior to whatever event occurred. And that leaves room for us always being able to make it back to that place. So when dealing with healing, you want to remember that, man, it wasn't always like this. Whether it was someplace in our childhood, even though this is a whole nother video where those of you who are dealing with childhood trauma and just really coming into knowledge of what that means as it pertains to becoming a certain version of the adult that one might be today, that's another conversation with healing. But even still, there may be some memory or something about one's childhood that one can hold on to that would allow them to remember that there was once a sound-minded, healthy place that leaves a possibility to always get back to there. But let's also go back to the beginning of the definition for healing. So it says the process. All right. So that means that healing oftentimes won't happen overnight. Could it? Hey, I'm sure more unbelievable things have occurred, especially as it pertains to ancient times and biblical times, and speaking about the power of the Most High, Moses parting the Red Sea, things of that nature. So can healing happen overnight? I wouldn't doubt it. In fact, I don't. Yet at the same time, healing in the general sense includes a process. So let's see what does that mean by the process of. So healing, again, let's see. Healing, the definition is the process of making or becoming sound, healthy again. So to become sound and to become healthy again, meaning we were there before. So the next instance that we find ourselves needing some healing in a certain place, a certain, part of ourselves, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, we want to remember that there was a time, a place where we were not in this particular space that we're needing healing from, meaning we can get back there. All right, that's number one. Number two, it's a process, meaning it doesn't happen overnight. And that process looks like a series of actions. What those actions look like? That is another video. We can go over that. If you'd like for me to go over what does those specific actions look like. Right now, I just want to clarify dealing with healing and all of us being prone to being, forced into a place of healing, or, just living life on the daily, and whether it's external or internal, coming to a place of needing to be made whole in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so just clarifying, what does healing even look like? All right, but if you'd like for me to go over the steps of what does a series of actions look like, you let me know. But the process, all right, so it's a process to healing, meaning healing doesn't happen overnight, but the process toward getting sound and healthy, again, will take a series of actions, all right? So a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. So again, process is a series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. So what does that look like? That means that when we're disheartened, disappointed, disoriented, feeling like someone was disloyal, we're depressed, devastated, understand it might be a process. We want to go into that next phase from that event, that instance, that occurrence, that happening. All right, this might be a process. All right, I want to encourage you that should you so make it to another instance where you're challenged to take that series of actions or take some steps to achieve healing or to become sound and healthy again, you're only approaching that feat because you can do it. All right, ancient writings tell us that we're never given anything more than what we can bear. So that means whatever that process looks like for us on an individual level, whatever it looks like for you, it may not look like somebody else's healing process. What does it look like for you? You want to know what it looks like for you. What does that series of actions, those steps taken, what does that look like for you? Lastly, I told you guys this wasn't going to be a long video. So just kind of recapping, one, clarifying healing, that it is the process of getting to becoming sound and healthy again. All right, and one thing we want to go into healing knowing is that we've been healed before. All right, we've been in a state of being healed prior, so we can get back to that place. Also, it's going to be a process. What does a process look like? It means it's going to have to take a series of actions, meaning oftentimes healing is not going to happen overnight. But lastly, the second definition for healing is tending to heal. And the word tending it means regularly or frequently behave in a particular way or have a certain characteristic. To regularly or frequently behave in a particular way or have a certain characteristic. So as that pertains to healing, when it says tending to heal, that would means acting like you're healed. Acting as if you believe in what you may not see. This is, of course, another video, but that will lead us to faith and us understanding the power of the substance of what we hope for. Hoping for healing, hoping for restoration, hoping for feeling whole, sound, and healthy again. Tending to heal. I want to leave you with that. What does that look like for us to walk in a knowing that we're healed and seeing what that do versus dwelling on what led us to a place of healing? Because what doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. Thank you again for joining me on another episode of A Midwest Mindset. This is your host, OmegaMcBride. Thank you also to all of you all who are streaming my newly released project, Detour Head 2, the Approximate Mixtape. You can see the music on my page. You guys can check it out there. It's also streaming on Pandora, Spotify, Apple Music, all of your favorite streaming platforms. You can check out OmegaMcBride music and share with a friend. Again, I appreciate all of you all who join me here on the Midwest Mindset, as well as on any other platforms, IG, Facebook. You can look at the description down below where you see my link tree and any other avenues where you'd like to reach out, or if you have any inquiries, any serious inquiries or anything you'd like for me to cover on Midwest Mindset, you guys can shoot me an email or drop it in the comments below. All right. So again, thank you guys. You're greatly appreciated. Much love from a real place. Stay strong and continue courageously.